At the end of Wrestle Princess 2, a big announcement was made. Not just that 2022 will have another Wrestle Princess show in a lovely peppermint flavour, but 2022 will have another big show taking place in a few days' time. Grand Princess, a show that has made me super excited as every match has something going for it. Honestly, one of the strongest cards I have seen from Tokyo Joshi. So, without further ado, let's run down the card. Next up is a whopper match. It's Team Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling versus Team Ganbare Joshi. It's Naoki Kota, Haruna Neko, Mihiro Kiryu, and Kayotori Bami versus Yuna Manase, Mideki Haruhi, Harukaze, and Yuri. You should be familiar with at least one of Team Ganbare Joshi, Yuna Manase, who departed from Tokyo Joshi in 2020. Since then, she has moved comfortably into Ganbare Pro Wrestling, and during her time there, she has been building up her own subdivision into that brand, Ganbare Joshi Pro Wrestling. At Positive Chain, Yuna Manase came out and announced a burning hot passion has brought her there, and that she wants to take on anyone in Tokyo Joe. Naoki Kota heard Yuna's challenge and so accepted. Yuna and Nao faced each other in Actores after Yuna had left TJP and before Nao joined TJP. It was an even at 1 apiece in the 2 tag matches the two faced each other in, but this isn't 2 wrestlers from 2 different promotions fighting each other to prove who's better. Yuna spent the most of her wrestling career in Tokyo Joshi, and whenever DDT would hold events at Ryogoku, where Grand Princess is taking place, the girls would dream about holding an event there themselves. Now that dream has come true, and Yuna wants to share it with her favourite Ganbare Joshi and Tokyo Joshi friends. Even though she is in a different promotion, she loves Tokyo Joshi and wants to help it in any way she can. So she wants to have an exciting match to show off both promotions. I highly recommend checking out Ganbare Joshi shows. They're on Wrestle Universe, so if you're already watching TJP, they're right there for you. You can check out Bad Communication, which was the latest big Ganbare Pro Wrestling event, and it had English commentary from Chris Brooks and my man Haku-san. After that, we have a special single match. It is Hyper Misao versus Sanshiro Takagi. This match should be a great surprise for Hyper Misao. After all, Takagi was one of the wrestlers that inspired Misao to put on the mask and start living her life. But Misao admits she was disappointed to hear this match was going to happen. Misao would have loved to have faced the Takagi from 8 years ago, the one she saw in that street match, but instead, Takagi has lost his edge. He's just an old and boring company president, more interested in running companies than he is wrestling. Takagi admits that he's gotten older, his body's gotten weaker, and one reason for putting on this match in the first place was to sell tickets. That is the company-centric Takagi of today. But when he steps into the ring, he is a wrestler, and that is the person Misao will have to face at Grand Princess. To kick off, we have a debut match. It's main event Suzume and Arisa Endo versus Moka Miyamoto and the debuting Juria Nagano. Arisu and main event Suzume have been teaming together since B-Stars broke up, and the two have been working together very well indeed. It's still early days for the two, however, as they do lose often as a tag team. Their last big loss was during the Max Heart tournament, where they lost to one of the girls on the opposite team. Arisu and my girl Moka Miyamoto have been having a budding rivalry. They originally went to a time limit draw last July, and most recently at Positive Chain in February, Moka came out victorious over Arisu. So I hope to see that story continue in this match. But the main feature of this match is the newly debuting Juria Nagano. Juria is a good partner for Moko as the two study karate. She has been taking lessons from Majirabi on how to wrestle, and I'm excited to see a new striker come into Tokyo Joshi. Looking at Juria's Twitter, she is an impressive martial artist, and she even knows Arano from Game Center CX, so she has my thumbs up. After that, it's another special singles match, the retirement match of Nodoka Tenma versus Yuki Aino. At the end of last year, Nodoka announced she would be retiring from pro wrestling. Since then, she has been having special matches as a final send-off for her career. She has had great send-off matches before her retirement, against Shoko Nakajima, a great run in the Max Art tournament, against Majirabe, and Marika Kobashi before Marika's retirement too. But there is one match that has never happened. That is to have a singles match against her own tag partner, Yuki Aino. Yuki has always denied the idea, but now Nodoka won't take no for an answer. She wants her final match in Tokyo Joshi, as a wrestler, to be against her own sister. Next, it's another singles match of Yuki Kamifuku versus Asuka. None of that Asuka. Kamiyu and Asuka have been teaming since Wrestle Princess 2. Their most recent endeavour was partnering up in the Max Heart tournament. They managed to make it all the way to the semi-finals, even being able to take down 1-2million. Unfortunately, the two lost to the Bakaratsu sisters. There was no ill will between the two, so this match isn't due to a big breakup or anything, but it is still an important match for Kamiyu. When Kamiyu started wrestling, she wasn't really interested in it. It was a means to an end to get modelling gigs. But Asuka was one of the wrestlers that broke through to Kamiyu and made her interested in watching wrestling. She would frequently go to shows Asuka was appearing at to cheer her on. Kamiyu thinks Asuka is amazing, which is one of the reasons she wanted to team with her in the first place, because there was no way Kamiyu could step up to the same ability of Asuka. But this match is the opportunity for Kamiyu to step up and show off the hard work she's been developing since Asuka opened her up to pro wrestling. Last of our special singles matches, it's Hikaru Noah versus Hikaru Shida. Hikari, Hikaru, Hikari, Hikaru, Hikari, I'm in way over my head. An absolute huge get for Tokyo Joshi, former AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida coming over for a match. A forbidden door has truly been opened. And what an opportunity for Hikari Noah. Fresh off of her time with the international belt, the two have yet to interact until the actual show, but hopefully this is a taste of what things will be like in the future, with talent being able to move freely between promotions. Next is a tag match of Neo Bishigun versus The Rest. Okay, that's a little mean, I'm sorry. It's May St. Michelle, Martha, Yukio St. Laurent, Saki-sama versus Palm, Raku, Marika Kobashi, and Ram Kaicho. It really would not be able to be called Grand Princess if Saki-sama was not invited, and even if she wasn't, she would turn up anyway. I mean, are you gonna tell her that she can't come and also arrive? Saki-sama has decided to make this show a grand occasion as well, as she has brought Bishigun at full muster. Not only is May St. Michelle back after beating Palm and Raku at Positive Chain with Saki-sama last month, but she has also brought along Yukio St. Laurent and Martha, who has not been in action since 2019. Their opponents know Bishigun all too well. Palm and Raku have been losing to Bishigun ever since May-san's arrival, and Marika Kobashi won her first title belt against Bishigun after conquering months' worth of torment at the hands of Saki-sama. However, the team does have a wildcard in the form of Ram Kaicho, who has returned for her third appearance in Tokyo Joshi. She's teamed with Palm and Raku before, but never faced Bishigun before. I'm really interested to see how Bishigun reacts to Ram Kaicho. After that is your International Princess Championship match with champion Maki Ito versus challenger Yuki Arai. It's the fired idol versus the still currently employed idol. Ito is now on her second reign as international champion and is closer than ever to being the first wrestler from Tokyo Joshi to defend it internationally. She beat former champion Hikari Noah at the January 4th show, and then successfully defended it against her friend and also former international champion Yuki Kamifuku. After the match, Ito challenged for anyone to come out and challenge for the belt before they missed their chance, and Yuki Arai came out. When Yuki Arai first debuted for Tokyo Joshi, she was beaten by Maki Ito, with Ito giving Arai the goal to crush Ito no matter how long it takes. Almost a year has passed since then, and now Arai thinks now is the right time. Ito retorted that while Arai wants to crush Ito, Ito wants to crush stars all over the world, and the international belt is her opportunity to do so. Arai is a stepping stone for Ito's long path as international champion. On the last show before Grand Princess, Arai was once again beaten by Ito in a tag match. At first Arai was discouraged, but now it has just fired her up more. She has been studying and training harder, so that won't happen again. Next is your semi-main event for the Princess Tag Championship. It's Majirabi of Yuka Sakazaki and Mizuki versus Daydream with Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi. Daydream have had an interesting 2021. After losing their tag titles at the first Wrestle Princess, Daydream soft broke up. Rika started 2021 by winning the Princess Championship, the first time she had ever held the title, and her first defense was against her Daydream tag partner, Miyu Watanabe. And for most of that year, the two focused on their singles careers. But now Daydream are back together, and the time away has not weakened them at all. In fact, it has only made them stronger. To get this title opportunity, Daydream had to win the Max Heart tournament. They beat Shoko and Masao, Moka and Narai, and surprisingly, who I thought were the surefire winners, the Bakaratsu sisters. They now have a chance to reclaim their titles from what is considered the best tag team in Tokyo Joshi, Magical Sugar Rabbits. Majirabi have not been tag champions for a long time, finally getting a second title reign at the last Wrestle Princess. Since then, they have managed to beat 1 to Million, but that has been their only defense so far, as Mizuki attempted to get the Princess Championship as well, but lost. The two also didn't make it far in the Max Heart tournament, losing in the first round. The tournament win has given Daydream confidence after losing the belts and not teaming together for so long, but the losses made Majirabi more determined to win no matter what. Regardless though, both teams are thrilled to have this opportunity to face each other at a dream location like Ryogoku Sumo Hall. Finally, it's your main event for the Princess of Princess Championship. It's challenger Shoko Nakajima versus champion Miyu Yamashita. The theme of Miyu's current title run is conquering past failures and proving that Miyu is the rightful ace of Tokyo Joshi. Upon winning the belt after beating Rika, she defended against Yuka Sakazaki, the opponent Miyu could not beat, to win back her championship. She then conquered Sakisama, an opponent that Miyu has never been able to beat and has always been a rose thorn in her side. Miyu then proved herself to her teammate Maki Ito after Ito won the Princess Cup but found that her partner had lost her way and was no longer the Prince Striker she met when she debuted. Finally, Miyu beat Mizuki, who had always given her trouble and beaten her twice the previous year. Upon her victory, Miyu bluntly said that at Grand Princess there is only one person she wants to face, and then called for Shoko Nakajima. Miyu and Shoko both officially debuted against each other during a DDT pre-show 9 years ago. Fast forward to the present day, and the two are in the main event for their own promotion at the same venue. The two have had over 3 months of facing each other in tag matches to work out a strategy of how to beat the other. Shoko has won the majority of those matches, but is still weary of Miyu. The two are the longest serving wrestlers still in Tokyo Joshi, but Shoko has always seen Miyu as being at the top. And no matter how much it looks like Shoko is winning, Miyu could reverse it in an instant. But Shoko has been waiting for this day. Shoko started her first title reign by ending Miyu's legendary 450-day streak, but since losing the title, has not done much else, even admitting to herself that this may be her last chance. She is entering her 10th year as a pro wrestler soon, and the roster is filling up with lots of promising talent that are catching up to her. But treating this like it is her last chance may be the right call. Grand Princess will stream live on Wrestling Universe on the 19th of March. The show will include English commentary, as well as the return of special ring announcer Momochi, who was the original ring announcer when Tokyo Joshi was just a fledgling brand. For my final thoughts, I think this show will be fantastic from start to finish. Every match has something going for it. Grand Princess looks to be an encapsulation of what Tokyo Joshi was and where it can go in the future, and I'm super excited to see it. That's it for me, and I hope to see you for something a little different. Ta-ta.